Mermaid here with another Mermaid school tutorial video. You'll have to bear with me. I am already in my pajamas and my face is already washed. So I don't look glamorous, but heck, you aren't here for me, you're here for the knowledge. I hope. So, yeah, in this video, I'm gonna show you guys my tail is finished being painted. Oh my god, I don't even think that's really sunken in with me. But yeah, in this video, I'm gonna talk to you guys about heat setting your tail, what that means, how to do it. Yeah, so for this video, you're gonna obviously need your tail, is gonna need to be finished. You're gonna need an iron. You're gonna need a cotton sheet, but I cannot find mine. And I just need to film this, so I'm not gonna spend like 15 years trying to find the darn thing. So I just grabbed an old t-shirt. An old cotton t-shirt that I had kicking around, so I'm gonna use that. Next, you're also gonna need your favorite movie. You might need more than one, depending on how much fabric there is for you to iron. So I'm rocking some Zootopia on in the background. Yeah, so I'm going to flip the camera around now and give you a look-see at my setup and my tail. Sneak peek time. Okay, so here is this, you can see Sparkle City, right? Did I tell you guys that was gonna be cool or what? And you can see that all those little imperfections and all those little errors that y'all were freaking out about at some point or another, because we all do that, we all freak out, you don't even see them anymore. So that's how that turned out, and I'm quite pleased. This is my teeny tiny little ironing board here, and this is my iron. So on my iron settings, I'm gonna whoop to cotton. There's no water in this because, of course, you're heat setting this. You don't want to have water in it because, well, it's gonna make the paint run a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit. But yeah, so you can see how this is quite a great deal sparklier than the last one. And you can see how that looks like texture. It doesn't feel like mistakes, you know? So that's why I always say give yourself the benefit of the doubt and trust the process and realize that, like, it's not gonna look perfect until you hit a certain stage of completion. Like, by now you should start to see that things are heading in a direction. You're starting to feel the end results are coming together. So yeah, so there's that. Okay, so I start from the bottom and work my way to the top. Okay, so friendly reminder, if you are a kid and you're checking out my video and you're getting ready to heat set your tail, please make sure you do get some adult supervision. Ask your mom, dad, aunt, uncle, older brother, older sister, that kind of deal for a little bit of help, because irons can be dangerous. As I was setting this up, I actually did burn myself already once, which is not my record, by the way. So if I, a major klutz, can burn myself a couple of times, just make sure that you are being careful, okay? Important thing to note, while you are going to need to heat set this area, you're gonna need to do it very, very carefully, okay? You're gonna need to be checking constantly that you are not in fact melting this plastic. Very, very important to note, because it can happen and has happened. So you need to make sure that you're a little bit on, a little bit off, a little bit on, a little bit off, okay? And you're gonna do this in chunks based on the size of your iron. You're gonna do this in sections, and it should take about 5 full minutes, give or take. I do anywhere from 4 to 5 minutes per section. So you can imagine 4 to 5 minutes per section, about this big, both sides, all the way up and all the way down my tail. Now you know why I need a couple of movies to get through this. So you can see where I burned mine. I don't actually know if you can see where I burned my hand there. There. It's an owie. Oh, actually, yeah, there it is. So always be careful, be aware. This is my first time really doing this at this station. I usually do this facing the other way, but this is ideal for filming for me. So, at this point, there really isn't too much more information for me to give. Depending on what kind of paint you used, if you used Permaset Aqua and you used the Lumiere paints, which are the paints that I highly recommend be used for this project. Like, I can't speak for, I think it's Cretex paint, so you're gonna wanna look into that and do your research to make sure you're gonna be heat setting it for the right amount of time. I find for this that 5 minutes seems to be the go-to time. Okay, so I'm just gonna dive in. I'm gonna speed this part of the video up, I think, and just let you guys kind of watch what I'm up to. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so that was about 6 or 7 minutes worth of ironing. Okay, so this is probably the single most boring part of actually making a mermaid tail. No joke. So, put on a good movie, you know, some good music, and one section at a time. Don't forget to do both sides. Do I have any other tips or anything? Don't just let your iron sit. You can do that maybe here and there, but don't let it sit for like forever. You need to just, if it's gonna sit, it's gonna sit. It's gonna sit again. And the thing, I like to kind of keep it moving a little bit. You'll notice like in the previous footage, I did let it sit a little bit here and there. Don't let it sit for too long. You do run the risk of burning stuff, melting stuff. So again, that's why it was so important to do the heat setting before we glue on any sequins or add any of the additional details that I'm planning on doing for this tail. So, for this, I'm gonna actually probably keep this, let that be the video, because really I don't think you're gonna learn too much more from watching me heat set the whole darn thing. It's essentially that, just section, 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 all the way to the top, flip it over, section, 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 all the way to the top, and then just leave it. Your tail does need to be completely dry before you heat set it, which is why you'll often see me while I'm working is I've got the little blow dryer going, so I'm kind of blow drying it, which is also heat setting it in a way a little bit if you have it on a hotter setting. So that's kind of the initial part of it, and then the iron does the rest. So what I'll do is I'll finish working on the tail, I'll leave it for 2 days, a day, 2 days, because to get the sparkling effect, the tail actually has to get quite soaked, like in the water, as you saw when I was originally doing this. It does get quite wet and it will hold a bit of water, so I leave it for 2 days just to be absolutely 100,000% sure that it's dry before I start ironing it. Yeah, but other than that, that's pretty much all there is to it. If you have any questions on this, feel free to leave them in the description below. If you like this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so that you can follow along with the rest of my, we're approaching the end here. I mean, we still have, I've got to finish heat setting it, then we've got sequins and other details, and then it's finishing off the fringe, and then that's pretty much going to be it for this tail. But do not despair. I actually have some cool additional, I can't even say it with a straight face. I'm gonna try and be all like stoic, like I have some new stuff planned. But I have some new tail projects planned that I'm really excited about. So you're definitely gonna wanna stay tuned for those. And don't forget, of course, to check me out on Patreon. You know, if you're working on your own tail and you're finding that you're stuck on any particular point, and you'd like some help, that's the best way to get a hold of me, to get some one-on-one, you know, and some questions answered specifically tailored to you and your problems that you may or may not be facing, or if you just want to bounce some ideas off of me, that's a great place to do it too. You know, I'm happy to look at designs and give you guys some thoughts, that kind of thing. And of course, Monday is my vlogs. My weekly vlogs go up on Mondays. Of course, you're watching Mermaid School, so Mermaid School videos, new videos come up on Wednesdays. And Fridays are kind of fun, miscellaneous videos, mermaid related, nerdy related, just some fun stuff that I like to throw out there on Fridays. And as always, thank you guys so much for your support, and thank you for watching. You guys are rock stars, and I hope you're having a lot of fun. If you are making a tail and you want to show me, I want to see them. You can tweet them to me. And I would love to see them, or tag me like on Instagram or something. I'd love to check out. Links to all my social media is in the description below. So that's that. Yeah, so thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Okay, bye.